How to make tough decisions. In life, you are going to be faced with many challenges. These challenges will occur in your personal and your professional life. They will require you to make decisions, and many of these decisions will not be easy. These decisions will impact every area of your life and the lives of those closest to you. This could be a career change, moving, ending a long-term relationship, or deciding to have children. All of these choices will change the course of your life forever. These kinds of challenges can leave you feeling incredibly overwhelmed and confused. You will often find yourself going back and forth between options, and sometimes there will also be pressure on you to make decisions quickly. This makes it 10 times more stressful, especially if you do not know how to make decisions effectively without fear clouding your judgment. Many people panic when faced with a tough decision, and they freeze. They are so afraid that they will choose the wrong option. They begin to overcomplicate the situation in their heads, and they get stuck in a sort of stressful limbo. This is a dangerous place to be, and it will normally result in you making the wrong decision. So how do you know what to choose, and if it will work out? The truth is that you don't know. No one can know for sure, but you can use some tools to help you weigh out your options and analyze which is the best possible outcome for you. Today we're going to talk you through how to make tough decisions so that you are able to navigate any difficult situation that life may throw at you and make the best decision for yourself and those around you. Welcome to Cash Cartel, a safe haven for future billionaires and innovative thinkers. So you're at a crossroads and you're facing a choice. The first thing you want to do is get clear on what you truly want. What do you envision your life to look like in 1 year? And how does this decision affect that image? When you fuel your choice with purpose, you become less doubtful or concerned with the opinions of others because you know that the decision you made was made in an effort to support the life you are trying to create and the goals you aim to achieve. Sometimes all we have to do is get clear on what we want to see the answer right in front of us. We recommend flipping a coin in this scenario. You will know which decision your gut is leaning towards when that coin is in the air. Okay, so some decisions are obviously not that simple, and flipping a coin will not suffice. It might even be a little irresponsible. Decisions like this call for a more strategic approach. It's time to create a list of pros and cons. Write down each option available to you and make a list of pros and cons for each choice. This will help you properly weigh up each decision and analyze which may be the more appropriate choice based on the risks versus the rewards. This is a great method because it allows you to get your thoughts out on paper so that you will be able to identify the weak spots in your logic or plan. Use pros and con lists when you're facing a decision that has various complications, like selling your car or moving towns. Just be careful not to rely solely on the number of pros versus cons. 2 pros could certainly cancel out 3 cons if you believe they are more valuable. You have to consider your future again and choose based on whether or not this is going to contribute to your goals and get you closer to where you want to be. Sometimes you will have to make a decision. In this case, it is beneficial to take your time. It is important to invest time and thought into making tough decisions. Take the time to imagine each possible outcome and mull over how you would feel about each scenario. Humans are incredibly emotional creatures, and sometimes making hasty decisions without thinking through the benefits or consequences can often lead us to making the wrong decision, simply because we were too emotional to act on better judgment. This emotion can be positive or negative. It is not only negative emotion that clouds our better judgment, but also positive emotion. When we are feeling elated and happy, we may not think things through, and you could easily end up shortchanging yourself. Take a moment and breathe before acting. Make it a rule that you don't make decisions when you feel emotional. Wait until you feel less emotional and more calm, and then you can begin assessing the situation with a clear mind. On the flip side of the coin, sometimes you will not have time to make a tough decision. Sometimes you will be required to make a decision quickly. It is vital to ignore your emotions in this scenario and use formula. You'll have to rely on your experience and values to guide you through this one. It is also useful to talk it through with others and ask for some perspective. Lastly, we want to talk about intuition. Every single person has an inner voice. Some of us call it our guts, others call it angels, and some call it a sixth sense. This little voice speaks to us in the form of feeling. Not feelings like emotions, but a feeling. Have you ever been faced with a decision and you instantly felt like something inside of you was pulling you in a specific direction towards one of the options? This gut feeling is your intuition. The important thing with intuition is to make sure that you only follow it when you are aligned. Sometimes we can mistake the voice of our ego as the voice of intuition, and this can lead us to making some really poor decisions that actually go against our better judgment. If you are struggling to identify your inner voice, we advocate meditation. Go inwards and get quiet. Oftentimes the world is loud, and as a result, it gets really loud inside of our heads. Take some time to cultivate some stillness within you. It is through these quiet moments and meditative stillness that you will begin to feel more clear and aligned internally. This will help you to remain present when facing tough decisions and to use your intuition and not your emotions to make choices. Lastly, learn to stand by your choice. We are not always going to make the right decision. Sometimes we will feel the urge to second guess ourselves and our decisions. This leads to unnecessary stress and can result in resistance and internal friction. Once you have made a decision, you must have the discipline and the conviction to stand by it. Remind yourself that there is no perfect choice and move forward rather than waste time looking backwards. Life is challenging and filled with many crossroads. Learn to navigate them from a place of present awareness and never act out of impulse or emotion. You will significantly decrease the number of regrets you have if you act consciously and thoughtfully. Learn to cultivate this superpower, and you will begin to find that with time, you are able to make tough decisions under pressure, and you will sleep well at night, feeling confident in your choices. Take action now. Continue watching our videos so that you can begin the journey and unlock infinite wealth and success in your life today.